coffee. What the heck are we doing? Oh, where is it? Oops. There we go. Now I feel better. There's nobody in the room yet anyway.
Yeah. That hurt.
Come on in, people. Oh, did you burn yourself on the coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Come on in, everybody. Have a seat.
Yeah. Time to
There's somebody talking. Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, was it?
Telling me that we're live.
Oh, hold on. I forgot my drink, so I'll be right back. Back.
All right. Got to do the do.
Mountain Dew sound was nice.
There we are. I'm officially public. Hey, everybody, come on in. Have a seat. It's time for the breakfast buzz. Trico's in the house this morning. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Trico. Come on in.
I'm in the house too.
Huh?
I'm up, guys.
Mm-hmm.
She's up. The shoe cam is not activated, though.
No.
No, not this morning. It's too early for heels.
She ain't that up.
Yeah. She said it's too early for heels.
Too early for heels.
There we go.
You know,
Exigency says coffee is on. More stale Cheetos. Must be Thursday morning.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only way we keep track of time nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, I got a chance to be on JD's show last week, and I was in his green room for some time, and his green room was completely different. There's food, there's sexy decoys, but it's all men, and that's really bothersome to me. It's really. I wasn't able to partake in the sexy decoys.
Oh, well.
Yeah. You know, I don't know how those guys fall for it when I watch Maury. Like, sexy decoys. Like, you knew there was a hot chick in the back. Why did you?
Well,
you
know.
That's why I need my own talk show. I won't have sexy decoys. I'll have, like, Methany McMefferson back there. And that way, guys, they'll never suspect.
All the sexy decoys will be in your dressing room.
Yeah. You know what's messed up is that I had mentioned on my Facebook that Jeff Bezos stepped down and got all this coverage. He got coverage on CBR. I stepped down as EIC of IndieVault and no coverage. What the hell Jeff Bezos did for comics?
Right, yeah, exactly. What, he owns Comixology? Like he knows, like he gives a shit.
And then he's probably looking like,
exactly.
I own that.
Came in and bought it and then messed it up. Anyway,
For a friend of mine though, she said, Melissa Becker said, "Well, just sexually harass one of your female staff." And I said, "Nope, that won't work. I make comic books. I have the connection for the protection of the collection." And, and underneath that, a young lady who I know, she knows what the situation that happened. She's very well. A situation that happened. Was that last year, Randy? Or was that this year? Was it early this year? Right? Yeah.
It wasn't. It was last year, dude. This is still.
Last
February.
Oh my goodness.
And she was like,
"Mind is racing."
She said, "You beat me to it."
Yep.
Because I can't get trouble for that.
Yep.
There's no such thing as sexual harassment in comics.
Yeah. Seems that way, doesn't it?
There's no such thing.
Well, I haven't been sexually harassed in years.
Allow me a hearty chuckle.
It's not that there's no such thing. It's just that there's no such thing as repercussions. It seems, though there should be.
Shitty guy, shitty guys protect other shitty guys. That's what it comes down to.
There you go. Wait a minute.
Oh, there.
Yeah, I mean, it's my theme song when I get in trouble for something, especially in comics. Somebody save me.
That's the thing. That's what I've always said. I mean, but this is like everywhere though. That it's like it's not the one person you have to watch out for. It's the people that they surround themselves with that allows them to get away with what they do. It's the
Bingo.
enablers.
Yep.
It's the enablers you have to. It's like, yeah, it's like Weinstein went to prison, but all the hundreds of people who enabled him to act the way he did, they all still have their jobs.
Yeah.
Some of them they might be making a little less now.
Well, the ones that didn't just quietly retire.
You know, right. I mean, it's like they still have their jobs and they still have positions over you.
Well, there was a reason. There was a reason a year or so ago you had all them EICs suddenly decide to retire.
Yeah.
They were all running.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and mind you, they retired well too.
Get that damn couch out of my office.
You know,
it's covered.
Bring it to my house.
Yeah. You know what?
I might want to wash it first.
Yeah. I remember there was a adult film company, and they had a couch they would shoot all their scenes on, but they had everybody would sign it. Every actress that came would sign the couch.
Oh, okay, sure.
And they auctioned the couch off. I think the couch ended up going for like 350,000 or something like that. Right. And I'm like, is it washed? It can't be washed.
Oh no, because I mean, what it does is that it completely glows in the dark by now under black light.
Yeah.
That's part of the, if you're going to own that couch, you don't wash it.
Yeah, it probably came with its own black light.
Black lights, you know, and you put it in a corner.
Yeah, it's just an add-on. Yeah.
You know what couch this is here? It's the couch.
Yeah.
Sitting in a museum in Vegas somewhere.
Right, exactly.
With a black light shining on it 24/7. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. It's the 4th
too early
of February,
in the morning for this.
2021. Yes, probably too early in the morning for this. But it's the BrEaKfAsT Buzz, folks. We normally talk about comics, but we are TVMA DLSV. So.
In case you haven't noticed.
DLSV.
DLSVU.
DLSVU. SVU. We're gonna run the opening, right?
Yep. Here we
We're
go.
gonna run the opening and then maybe stop pouring that coffee.
Here we go. I think.
Yeah.
At some point.
We've only been doing this hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You need me to do it?
Here we go.
Comics are awesome.
First question is about love.
Why? Pencils down.
Pencils down, everybody.
Live from the Valiant offices.
Live from the Valiant office.
You better not be in there drawing. What are we gonna do with all these?
I saw their last previews: 2 collections and 2 books. That's it.
All these bloodshot comics.
That's what happens when you can't afford the real estate.
They're scraping out the back room.
Yeah, that's pretty much. What do we got left to print?
Yeah.
Oh, that's messed up. We should be ashamed of ourselves for these jokes.
We'll get hate mail. That's okay.
Our comic book brethren, they're now. Some of them find themselves
Brethren.
How dare you?
Anyway.
sister-in-law? Our brothers and sisters through comics. Do art. Yeah. Lots to talk about, Randy, this morning. But I'll introduce myself first to everyone. Hello, everybody out there. My name is Carian Grant. I'm slap happy because I have not slept at all. I am the founder of Indie Vote Media LLC. I've been making comics since 2008. I am a father, a husband, a geek, a comic book artist, publisher, writer, general, just horrible, no good Nick. And this is Indie Vote, BrEaKfAsT Buzz. I'm joined, as always, by Randy Zimm.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Randy Zimmerman. I am an alternative and independent comics creator, producer, everything. Done just about everything in the comic direct market for many years. Done a few things outside of the market as far as sequential art goes. Did my own paper for about 10 years, and now my specialty is sequential art for advertising and educational purposes. I've currently resurrected Arrow Comics. That's a company that's been around since the 80s off and on, and now it's back on. So we're working on our first product, the Indie Volt Revolt anthology. That'll be available soon on crowdfunding. You can pop over to Facebook to the Arrow Comics 4.0 page for more information on that. And some awesome covers. One of which was done by Daphne Lage. Daphne,
hello. Hello, my name is Daphne Lage, and I am a cartoonist, comic book artist, and overall crabby Spaniard from New York. I've been self-publishing comics since 1992, and I'm known for the funny animal fantasy Tall Tales, that's TAILS, and my medieval drama, Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which ended a successful run on Kickstarter yesterday. You can read both my comics at talltalesonline.com, like I said, TAILS, and egoworks.com, EGOWORKS. And you can watch my videos on how I make these comics on YouTube at Daphne Lage, LAGE Art.
And you're currently in production on your next book, The Crabby Spaniard.
Yeah, exactly.
The Crabby Spaniard. Here we go. Be on the lookout for that. Also joining us this morning in a rare appearance is the Indie Princess.
It's very rare.
Very rare.
You guys got me out of bed.
Well, you know.
You got yourself out of bed.
I got myself out of bed because, I am in the pre-launch stages of my book Lore on Indiegogo. So I'm like, let me get on Breakfast Buzz.
Wait till she's actually in the actual campaign. She probably won't sleep.
I'm not.
You gotta prepare yourself because that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Just getting ready. Yeah.
So I am Lola, the Indie Princess. I am the host of Geekgasm along with Daphne and Meredith. I'm the ESE of IndieVolt.com. And I am the writer and creator of Lore, which I said is on pre-launch email stages on Indiegogo right now.
It's like watching a caterpillar turn to a butterfly after all these years.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
Yeah. She's the words like writer creator now. I see how it is now. Well, now she can feel the rejection when she finally gets that review or someone says, this book isn't very good. She can get see how I feel when someone says that.
Everyone get hate no matter what.
Well, that's true. That's true. No matter what, there's only going to be one person who's going to want to be in your craw about something.
Just because of the way I look.
Oh yeah. Well, that's sad. But you'll get more hate. Now you'll get hate. And they'll be like, you suck. You imagine.
And if they say I suck, I'm gonna say at least I'm good at it.
You'll get you remember that I showed her a clip that someone says, hey, your app sucks. Fuck you. It's like, wow.
It's like, oh, that escalated quickly.
My app sucks? F me? Wow, I didn't even do it. I just made a sucky app. That's all.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I can fix it.
I know, right? Like people just have these really visceral reactions to the dumbest crap.
Tell me what's wrong. I can fix it.
Everybody's on edge. It has been for the last year.
Yeah, no, that has a lot to do with it too. Although people have been incredibly stupid before that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got a question from Indievo Radio for you guys. Check it out.
Okay.
This right here, this one here, is from Anna.
Anna
says, hey guys, recently got back into reading comics. Okay. However, it's with a bit of sadness because after breaking up with my ex-boyfriend, he kept my entire comic collection. I can't bring myself to go back and buy the books or even go to comic stores nowadays. So I've been reacquiring my collection digitally.
Okay.
The only problem is it's almost the same price, if not more sometimes. How is it that these digital comics are the same price as their physical counterparts? That's Anna. And Anna's from New Jersey. She actually, what state she's from? She's from New Jersey. So Anna from New Jersey, thanks for writing in.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out that question since traditional publishing started putting out ebooks, and sometimes they would be more expensive than physical copies. You know, so yeah, I've been wondering that myself, like what the heck. You know?
The publishers will blame the retailers. The retailers will say that you know,
yeah,
they need it that high to keep the people from buying digital so that they come and buy physical.
Right. And then it's like, oh, but it costs money to make the digital file and this, that, and the other thing. It's like, yeah, but like twice as much. I mean,
that's a whiny ass excuse. So
yeah.
That's neither here nor there. But then in the meantime, you know, comicology is raging. So
well,
I
mean,
yeah,
people must be willing to buy the damn things.
I mean, I have PDFs on Comixology. You can get Tall Tales on Comixology for 99 cents an issue. So
there we go. Might be time to expand your collection.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. Now I created my own app for Last Call Comics so that I could sell and cut Comixology out the loop. Not getting my money, they're not getting it. And I did make the books cheaper on there. I think that, you know, the digital, you make a Last Call Comics account on the app, you can download the books. The thing about it, that was a decision I made. I thought I don't have the production costs, so they should be cheaper for the customer to pick up. Not everybody's doing that. And I think it's up to a publisher if they want to, or the creator if they want to do that. Like Daphne made the decision to do 99 cents. Now if you look,
but the ironic thing about it is that if she's buying those PDFs from Kickstarter, that's a completely different animal. Because on I have books on Comixology for 99 cents, but on Kickstarter, our PDFs are $5. So it's just, it depends on where she's getting it from. And because Kickstarter is just like books, comics in general are more expensive.
Yeah. I've got a few books digitally, but that's only because I get a certain amount of credits every month that it's use it or lose it. So I just have to use the credits, and I just get comics. And I got this big library of comics, some of which I have not read, and they're digital. And it's hard to get through a digital book for me just because it's different. It's different. Even when I was looking at them on the TV, it was even worse because on the TV, it would take this panel, blow it up, and then it was panel by panel, which I know you could do it page by page, but it was panel by panel. I was like, I don't. And I like panel. I think panel by panel is neat. It's
on the TV. They sure should have somebody read it to you.
That would be nice. That'd be nice.
It's tough. I mean, it's like I joked yesterday that I need 3 different glasses to just be able to function at my desk. So
yes,
so it's like, digital work. I struggle with. It's like I still need physical copies. Like it just works better for me. So,
Daniel says, I think it's a deal the publishers have to broker as not to piss off physical stores. That'd be a good idea to keep them at bay.
Sure. Yeah. I can believe that.
Yeah,
but, which also explains why digital sales have been so flat the last 4 years. They're not growing a market there.
Yeah.
Rebel Comics,
I guess unless you're manga. I saw in the latest previews, they have Diamond has an entire section, the brown section. For digital manga. That's the first time. I haven't picked up a previews in quite a while.
Right. I haven't even paid attention to that. Usually when JD gets a previews, I just look at the toys and that's it. I don't even bother with the books.
You see the toys in from one side and the books are in from the other. And now they've mixed the magazines in with the green section. And they used to be farther back than the green section, but apparently they listened to somebody who complained for once. And decided to mix them into the green section. So now the green section is really thick. But after the green section is a little thin brown section, right before the red section. The red section's manga. Brown section is digital manga.
Yeah.
And you're looking through that and going, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Get those digital books.
just like through most of the green section.
Huh.
It's like Netflix deal, Netflix deal, Netflix deal, IP. Oh, that's cool. Netflix deal.
Well, I sent you that thing of that they're pitching and how to pitch your story to Netflix.
You did. I haven't read it yet, though.
They're making master classes out of it.
There you go.
Boy. Yeah.
Exegesis Studio says, be honest, people are charging for the content and not the true price of production.
We have a card for that. Anyway,
digital is the same price because creators value the content in that fashion. Most price people out of digital. And then Rebel Comment says, I am a mutant. I make rocks. Yes, he's been recovering from his kidney surgery, and he's been moving kidney stones.
He makes rocks. He makes rocks inside his body.
Yeah. It's like,
I did that. I've still got a kidney stone that I passed back in, I think it was 2005. That was no fun. Larry, we hope you're feeling better.
Yeah. And Larry cleared it up for me too.
My deepest suggestion to you is, if you're in a hospital and they offer to go in and get it, and they tell you it might be a little painful, nothing compared to the pain you're feeling now. That and Flomax is your friend.
He cleared it up for me. It was 200 backers, according to a former guy. It's cute.
Well, from yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
200 backers. Oh, that's
right.
200 backers. Dismissive.
That's cute, but you're irrelevant. If you have 200
it's like, backers. That's okay, guy who I don't know the name to.
It's fine. They didn't get. It's fine. They didn't get. They didn't get two good campaigns on their platform.
Right.
So.
This person was complaining that Daphne only had 200 backers.
No, I had 200 backers. I ended up at 133. But I mean, we were discussing yesterday how it's like at the beginning of the campaign, I was obsessing a little too much on the monetary number without realizing, wait a minute, it's the backer number that's more important right now, so, and then realizing that 133 people actually want my book directly. So that's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Maxie says, oh dear God. Sean Dean says, mom said it's like giving birth. And Gino, is that Calstini?
I can attest to that.
Morning all.
In fact, I had a doctor and a nurse while I was in the hospital tell me that that's what it was.
Right. I mean, to swing it back. I mean, it's the same phrase can be used to describe running a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So it's all relevant here.
But I had the option. They said we can go in and get it if you want, and I turned it down, and I regret that to this day. It's like, you're gonna go and get it. Go.
So new game. Are we talking about kidney stones or are we talking about comics?
There we are. Comics can be a little bit more painful and they go through another hole, but that's a whole nother matter.
Indie World Radio question.
I haven't had that self-publishing dream in quite a while.
Yeah. And this from Indie World Radio. This one here is from XEVOR. Okay. Is that Exvor?
Exvor.
That might be his code name. Maybe it's his code name.
He could be from another country, my friend. Because we appreciate everybody that's listening all over the world. So go ahead.
Okay. So here's I read his. I remember looking at this yesterday. This is pretty funny. Hey guys, how's it going? Want to tell you guys a funny story about a friend of mine who was arrested in my home on my floor. He had been selling me and several of my buddies Copic markers for $3.50. These are the Copic multi-liners.
Bargain.
$3.50. Yes.
Is that the same guy that wrote here earlier about how he was jacking out of the art stores?
No. This is another one. This is another.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Just wondering. Might have been the guy on the floor.
I've been buying these Copics from him for years. Unfortunately, what we discovered,
dealer.
yeah. What we discovered is that he had purchased these Copics from China. and he was bringing them to the U.S. illegally.
I didn't know you could do that.
Wow.
And he was selling them.
And somebody actually tracked him down and arrested him for it?
I mean, they probably were bootleg, unless they were bootleg.
Had to
Yeah.
have been, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was unfortunately he says that his friend here was taken away in cuffs. The police came into his home, had everyone get on the floor, took away the book bag full of delicious, colorful Copics.
Oh no.
And took them away, and his friend, who he has not heard from in 4 months.
So,
4 months ago.
yeah,
He's getting-
you know
he's
what?
getting more,
Usually when people say here's a funny story, it usually isn't, but that's a funny story. Because I had no idea that could happen. But yeah, it's like if they're chasing down like a bootleg ring, and you're smuggling bootleg Copics, I guess that would be the thing. I know.
I recall.
Copics are a drug.
I remember calling my wife.
Holy crap.
Early because I was at work and some state. Well, actually, it was.
I can see that. I'm sorry. I can see that conversation in the yard. What are you in for? Bootleg art markers.
Yeah, really. It's like, it's like he's in there with Pablo Escobar. And it's like, I'm smuggling markers.
You better tell you put some coke in the markers or something. Tell me you put coke in the marker or something. No, I remember years ago, I got a state trooper came in. Oakland County Sheriff came in. Actually, was it Macomb County Sheriff came in with some other ATF agents at my old job. I used to work at a UPS store, and they told me they needed to wait behind the wall, and they told me to call this gentleman. And my boss told me to call him, and the guy came in to pick up his boxes. He would get like 8 or 9 boxes a week. He was getting cigarettes shipped from China. And the ATF frowns upon that.
Oh, slightly, yes.
Yeah, and they arrested him right in the store. And I remember, Lodi, remember me calling you about that?
Vaguely.
They're arresting this guy. It's awesome. They put him on the ground, and imagine that though. You're sitting there with your art supplies. Next thing you know,
I'm reading Larry's comments. I'm sorry, Larry, but he can't take Flomax, and they've already been up in him twice. Oh man, Larry, I feel for you, buddy. I do. Hope you feel better soon.
My X-Men name is
Colston.
Yeah. Max Lee put up a webtoon link. We'll check that out. We will check out your webtoon. Matter of fact, I'll pass it over to Eric Hodson, who does a show called It Came From Webtoon here on Indie Vote. He and Michael
Odin.
Almost said Michael Hodson. Wow. Glenn says, since when did the panel talk about what they started out on? Randy, remember what happens every Sunday?
Yeah, absolutely, Glenn. Thanks. Yep.
Tom Carr says, hey, dudes, how's it going? Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Good.
Tom,
We're
how are
good.
you?
We're awake-ish.
Dang, says, I heard our did this before, but nothing like this.
Yeah, no, for
really.
real. This is, that's, I mean, it's like, because what is it? That's like a federal offense, isn't it? Like smuggling bootleg counterfeit items. Yeah.
No matter what the item is, you're still smuggling.
Hey,
kid, you want to buy some markers?
Yeah.
I was dangerous because I'd have been right there with him. Like, yeah, man, let me get that.
What's funny is that, it probably would have been cheaper for the guy to have like flown to Japan directly and buy them, because in Japan, according to some recent videos, it's like the markers run like $2, $3 a piece.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I ever end up there, I'm bringing a suitcase just for that stuff.
It's like, hey man, let me get that almond peach, man. Come on, you got the almond peach. Next thing you know, you're on the floor with them saying, "Get on the ground, asshole."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they found out the guy was dealing in Copic, and they thought it was a drug. That's what it is. Copic. What does that make you do?
The key to pirating is to always have a bit of money reserve.
Well.
Sean Dean says Ottawa 5 Con 2021 tickets on sale.
I wouldn't trust it.
Ottawa 5?
Out of a V, out of a
Is
five.
that,
Yeah,
is that,
five. That would be
is that a
five. Yeah, that'd be
virtual con
five.
that he charges money for?
Yeah. I think that's Sean's. I think that if that's Sean's show, yeah, he's got that one set up. He's got the was it the voice of Goku? That is the voice of Goku.
We watched a whole wing of the flea market get shut down like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a convention one time, and I won't mention which one, where they were going through and busting for bootleg videos. That was an adventurous day.
That was a thing for a while, because it's like, it's that doesn't surprise me.
Saw a lot of dealers going, they're doing what?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that's coming to the table real fast.
Yeah.
Rebel comments, what's your crime? Helping artists make their dreams come true? You? It'd be even funny if he's smuggling those markers in prison.
Oh boy.
Not in the old prison wallet.
I was going to say he might
not a lot of room
smuggling
there.
More than that here. You never know.
Good
morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Renee. Good morning. I say also there's our Indiegogo link. Kevin also says more art related. When I worked in the mall as a kid, they did a sting on a copy shop printing money at night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Believe that.
I used to work in copy shops, and that was always an issue. There was always people trying to pull something.
The government doesn't. Why can't we? The government doesn't. Max says, "Wait a minute, Copic markers? I need some of those COVID markers." Yeah. The voice of Kid Goku Broly and Android 17 always had a little weird crush on the Android 17 connection. Maybe. Yeah, it is. It's got to be a connection between those two. So Lola, you've launched your page. I'm gonna pull it up here. I'm gonna pull your page up.
Got a guy receiving some Copics out of Wuhan. Oh, that's got to be really dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
Copics.
To bump into his buddy's house though and slam him on the floor and arrest him.
Yeah, no, that's
Holy crap.
over markers. Yeah, but then again, it's like they would have done the same thing if it was bootleg Louis Vuitton bags. So I guess
you guys have got to start taping it for Indie Vote so we can air it. Like, look at this. Look at this guy get thrown on his back.
To our buddy who likes to jack at art supply store, this could be you.
Yeah. Look, it's like, it's funny. It's like, it's like the people that frighten me the most are the people who go into art supply stores and they have to lick the brushes. It's like, it's like, and the thing is it's an issue that it's like, I go into art supply stores and there's always at least one side that says do not lick the brushes. Well, it's, for people who don't know, it's because they're trying to see how pointy the brush can get, but really though they're in there sticking shit in their mouths. And
I was going to say that that's better than the last time we were at Golden Corral, but that's
not an art supply store.
So we got Lola's campaign up here. Lore is up here on the screen. And let's see.
Lure.
Lure. Yeah.
Lure.
Sorry. Lure.
Luer.
Luer.
Lure.
Lure. Yes, because it's too early in the morning.
Yeah. Way too early for this.
Yeah. It's always good to see comics stretching out into books about fishing.
Yes, exactly. Well, technically, but the thing is, though, technically that is kind of the theme of the book, but it's different kind of fishing. Yeah.
Now, Daphne's read the first 10 pages.
Yeah. I read the first 10 pages because what it was that me and Lola were trying to brainstorm pitches for this book. So JD recommended that it's like, whatever's in her first 10 pages should be enough information to be able to talk about without giving away anything. Because if you're not establishing your story in the first 10 pages, you're doing it wrong. And I read those first 10 pages and I'm like, oh my God. So yes, so for the people who don't know, so Lure is a adults only. Unless Lola wants to try out pitching her own book. Do you want, or do you want me to go ahead?
Go ahead. I'm gonna work on it today and write it down.
Okay.
And stuff,
all right. So
I'll do it next.
All right. So Lure is a graphic novel, an adults only graphic novel. in the style of Eyes Wide Shut and Saw. And if that doesn't intrigue you, I don't know what will, really. Right? And it is about a mild-mannered accountant who works for high-end clientele, and how he does anything for his equally high-end, high-maintenance wife, who just happens to be addicted to swingers sex parties. And he indulges her obsession, because she's on this quest to get this exclusive invite, which she finally does. But then they ask, at what cost?
I have to.
That was really good.
Right?
Yeah, I'm taking that one.
Okay, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I was very happy that I did give Lola a joke for the story.
Mm.
And
yes.
Daphne picked up on it. So when the book is released, I'm hoping everyone else picks up on the joke too.
It made me laugh. It made me laugh heartily. I might say. So
if you like comics, if you're in the indie comics, you'll get the joke.
Yeah.
Joshua Perry, JR says, how's it going, guys? I haven't been able to watch you guys in a while. I finally made it. Yeah.
Welcome.
But the brushes, I need my fix, says Max. Why is it down? Is that done? Why is it down? What's down? Something's down.
What's down? Something's down.
I'm not sure.
Get down off a duck.
Empyrean Vols, good morning, Guinea Volters.
Good morning.
Good morning, Empyrean. How you doing?
You're
well.
Triple X hack and slash horror. I'm out.
Oh well, it's not. It's for a discerning audience.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not for everyone.
Yes.
Glenn
exactly.
says good morning. Good morning, everyone. But I'm glad you were doing it. Yeah, I mean, she's gonna. I'm really excited to see her do her first book. And
but I wouldn't say it's hack and slash. I would say more picture saw and the more torture elements. No one's getting chopped up and stuff.
Right.
well,
I mean,
no crazy buzz saws. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's more the horror thriller type. Rather,
I would say there's some body horror in there.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, like some
horror
Cronenberg type stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to read beyond the first 10 pages.
Weird things done with barbed wire.
Maybe.
Lola, put the link in there because Danae says, "Oh man, I love erotica." Where's the link? Put the link in there.
I'll put the link in there right now.
We'll put the link in.
Sign up now on Indiegogo in order to get news on release.
Yeah. So the campaign goes live when? March 31st.
That's the plan.
Yeah, okay. March 31st, 2021. Just a few days. NSC Live TV in the house showing some love. Thank you, Jake. Sorry, everything's moving so quick. I'm trying to catch up. But yeah, Lure is Lure. Sure, Lure, sure. Yeah. It's one of those stories where when Lola told me she wanted to write it, like, okay, go ahead. It took her a while, but Lola writes in a notepad first.
Yeah.
Then she wants to read that. And I was like, what? Well, why can't you just type out a normal people? Then she
Don't feel bad. JD does the same thing. He writes in a notepad first. He has stacks and stacks of notebooks.
That
he just
spiral pads.
Yeah.
Maxie says, okay, I will sign. I remember to back my book. Maxie, we're gonna check your book out too. Some people launch so many good books. Daphne just ended her campaign.
Yeah.
JD snuck into my wallet, like, hey, I have more chronicles as well. It's like from Indie Volt Radio. Hey guys, been backing a lot of books lately. Got a question. How late is too late for a Kickstarter book?
Wow.
I've been involved with a campaign over and over where they spelled creator wrong. Creator is notoriously always late. We're talking 6-7 maybe even a year and a half late with
Wow.
the product. What can I do to help this guy out? What can we do to help this guy out? You keep buying, so you're not.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, because it's like if you're calling this creator notorious, it means you knew going in this was a risk. So to complain about it's like, oh, this guy's always late, I'm gonna back his stuff. Oh no, this guy's stuff is late. It's like, read the room. You kind of knew what you were going into, so you can't really complain now that he's performing to expectations.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred.
Exactly.
I know that they said Notepad Gang. There we go. Notepad Gang.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say that I write a lot of stuff down. I got yellow legal pads I always write stuff down on.
But they're all over the place.
Yeah, they're all over the place, like sketchbooks.
He wants more.
Yeah, that's that's an addiction.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, Michael's has a 2-for-1 sketch pad sale. I don't need sketchbooks, but
You just catch the
I'm bad
Tarjay
for
on their
buying.
back to school sales. You can pick
Yeah.
them up.
I'm
You can
bad
pick
for
up whole
buying
blocks for next to
Varian.
nothing. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Randy.
That's all right.
I said I'm bad for buying Varian art
Yeah.
supplies and sketch stuff.
yeah, no, it's bad. That's why the whole concept of a literal art supply dealer is just hysterical.
I think that he's dropped something in my DMs. Thank you. I'll go check that out. I don't know. I would
Yeah, the only thing, and the thing is that there's nothing you could really do except not buy their stuff because they won't learn unless they're not making money. That's why I'm a stickler for having my stuff done before I even get to the campaign.
Then oddly, they'll probably blame the market for their the sales are down. The market must be dying. Yeah.
No, it's like, look, it's Kickstarter. You have the money right there. You made the money. It's not the market. You're just not supplying what you promised people.
Lola, can you show everybody some of your intended stretch goals? Oh, well, they're not stretch goals. They're tier.
They're tiers and stretch goals.
Okay.
Together, but I do want to answer one of the comments.
You should turn your mic on then.
Yeah. Turn your mic on.
There we go. It's more of a thriller with some torture elements, but it's not hack and slash. I would not say that.
I would say maybe it's more like Saw 1, where it's more like the
psychological
anticipation.
horror.
Yeah, it's more the anticipation of it rather than the actual graphic nature of it.
Yeah, I'll have you guessing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair. That's fair. However, it was a good time. It was a good time. I needed I remember when I read it, I needed a shower afterwards. I'm gonna put that up in a minute, Jake. I was gonna let Lola show her stretch goals. If you want to send it to me too, I may be able to post it up, but unless you already share it. You know how to share your screen. Go ahead. Just make sure you share your screen and
weird now because you can share videos.
Yeah, you can share videos. They've done so many things that have they did update to StreamYard, and so now you can share videos right from your screen, which means I can share pornography.
Oh no. Yeah, because who needs monetization? Heck, who needs a YouTube channel?
Yeah. Who needs? Yeah. Who needs that type of stuff? You know.
There we go.
There we go. So she's got holographic sticker.
That is one of the stretch goals.
Blair's ring.
That is one of the tiers. The ring is a tier.
That's a ring that one of your actual characters is gonna wear.
Yes.
The bottle opener key.
That is the skeleton key that is used in the comic.
There's an enamel pin.
That will be a stretch goal.
And a
novelty prophylactic.
Yeah.
I thought of a new thing because I was looking at their website. Okay, so they have it listed as holographic foil wrappers.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
It's going to be foil wrappers.
Right. I mean, because in the end, it's like you're
you know what it is.
Yeah, collecting that for, the marketing aspect of it, not to actually, use it.
Yes.
I offered the name last night.
No.
I said, why can't they be called Wang coats? Get it? Wang coats. And I was laughed out the room, Randy.
Well, it was more like groaned out the room, but
Yeah.
Groaned out the room. Yep.
Yeah.
The wrappers are like the shiny holographic gold color,
Yeah.
not the condom itself. Sorry.
Right. Although that would be something, but then
That
we
would be cool too.
But then she would get kicked off of Indiegogo.
Yes, she would.
I also have more coming. That's just a little sneak peek at some of the stuff that will be in the campaign. So you guys got to keep an eye out and see what I add.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty excited to see that she's how do you back it? So, I'm excited that you back it. yeah. So should be ashamed of yourself, Lola. All this other. Yeah, guys, go over and check out Lore on Indiegogo. Sign up for the email list, and you'll be notified when it goes live.
Yes, please sign up. It's gonna be a great book.
Baby's first project.
Yeah.
It's my first project that I wrote and created by myself. I'm so excited.
Yes, you should be. You should be.
Yeah, I'm nervous for because we had a talk and we mentioned this the other day. Well, I kind of pulled a Randy on her. I'm like, hey, look, this design you made for this particular thing isn't gonna fly, and had to. But she took a lot better than I did. She jumped right back on the project, whereas me, I'd have been like
2.5 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'll learn how to draw.
Yeah. I'll give it a try. I'll give it the old college try. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see what your message was, Glenn. Yeah, I'll try to send you one. I'm having some message problems. My messenger's been really messed up. I keep messaging people and it shows my face and doesn't show theirs. So I'll try to send you a link and see if it comes through. I've been having messenger problems all morning though. Lola sent me a message earlier and I could not get it to come through. So I'll try to send you a link, see what happens. Let me know if you get it. But yeah, now also Daphne showed us the second cover to Eagle Raven.
Yes.
And
because I have to start now.
Yeah. So there's really no rest because now JD's in, and now then you're gonna jump in. You guys are gonna like go back and forth all year.
Yeah. It's gonna be because that's what lockdown did. It's like we spent the year pretty much kind of like hiding in the bushes, and it's just like now it's like, okay, it's go big or go home.
Most people had COVID babies. You guys had COVID comics. So
no, for real. That's exactly what happened. I decided to do this comic because of COVID. I discovered your shows because of COVID. It's just weird how it kind of like worked out differently.
How when Nitwittery will fall right into your lap when you're not.
Exactly. Yeah.
Three huzzah for Lola.
Huzzah!
I need to rewatch the 7th one again, Jake.
No, you don't.
From the That's a Small Press Publisher. Nah, man, stick with 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I like them the best. I know Chris Rock has one coming out. My little girl Ileana is turning 5.
Chris Rock has a Saw coming out.
Yeah, it's called Spider.
Yeah. He's now like, I guess, like an executive producer on the franchise now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So it's now more of like a detective thing,
Okay.
Rather, I guess he's trying. I was
hoping
they're out looking for a man with a crazy mannequin. Is that what
right.
it is?
When they said it was Chris Rock, I was hoping he was gonna be Chris. I'm like, oh my God.
No.
Somebody is running around here chopping motherfuckers out.
No, he's a serious actor now.
I can't believe it. I can't I'm sorry. That's my Chris Rock impression.
Well, he can't do comedy anymore because
Well,
the politics. So all the
it's a
campuses
literal-
are pretty
it's a
much
little-
closed.
yeah, it's a little
Close-minded
literal
to
tough
comedy.
crowd. Yeah.
You can just go, just make movies and just
Might as well be a serious actor or do movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
want to be a serious actor. Now,
Do
it's
what
like
you
when Adam
do.
Sandler's a serious actor. I'm like,
Oh, Uncut Gems is hard to watch.
yeah.
That is, oh my God, that movie had me and JD screaming, and we didn't finish watching it yet because it was so stressful.
Why? Because he's serious in it, or what?
Oh, it's just like the entire yeah, he's serious. The entire premise. It's like, I mean, yeah, honestly, it's like he was cheated out of an Oscar for that movie.
Oh,
honestly.
really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
he really was. I mean, that movie had us sweating.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Most comedians are incredible dramatic actors. When
Yeah,
given a
they
chance.
really are. They really are.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't until I noticed a couple of serious movies with Robin Williams, and I was like,
Yeah.
you can act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like I
this.
said, most comedians are incredible dramatic actors. They choose comedy because it's quite frankly it's easier.
I got
or it's more challenging at least to get a laugh.
A friend asked me this a couple years ago, and I thought it was very disrespectful because the guy plays one of my favorite characters. He said, "Could you please tell me who is telling Bill Murray he's still funny?" And I was like, "Hey, that's Peter Venkman. You can't talk about Bill Murray like that."
You see, the funny thing is like, it's not about being funny. It's an attitude. That's like saying if Jim Belushi was funny or something. It's not, it's like it's something different.
I would have really enjoyed if Belushi had lived long enough to have done a really serious dramatic movie. I saw him in a couple romantic comedies. Continental Divide, I think, was one
right. Yeah, I remember that one.
That he was good in, but it was like that's nothing compared to what he could have done.
Yeah.
I sent that over, Glenn. Let me know.
Oh, and ironically, and he was supposed to play Venkman in Ghostbusters before he passed.
Yeah, I think that Bill Murray's he's a funny actor. It's got there's some films you're not gonna like that a person does. But Groundhog's Day, I love that movie.
And a lot of times too, you're only as good as the material that you're
that's
given.
true too. Yeah, that's true.
There's only so much you can do ad lib wise on certain things that it just. What is it? What About Bob is a big example for me because I hated that movie. It was a horrible film, just atrocious and nasty. And it's that Jake.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's newer. Jake,
his tired.
Is that Zippertone?
No, I don't think it is.
Nowadays, I mean, it's like
no, that's got to be texture out of Photoshop. Yeah,
either Photoshop or Clip Studio, because I know Clip Studio has a lot of these textures pre.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, actually, what Varian? Why don't you show that thing you were showing me yesterday?
Okay, sure.
So that we can do a little comparisons.
All right, I bring it up. Also, Niobe Comics, they need Niobe in Ottawa. Yeah, because that's the only con you got left to go to. Larry, Larry, that was me. That was me. Larry,
he apologized. He apologized for that, Larry.
Can't you give your comic to someone else to go to the con, or have they banned Niobe and not just you? I was wondering because couldn't you still? He's a resourceful guy. Larry can figure out how to get back in that show. Just send someone else, not him.
Wait, they banned his book? I mean, is it that type of book?
No, they banned Larry. They banned Larry.
Is he that type of guy?
Screen tones from Clip Studio. There we go.
Right, there we go. Yeah.
Larry spoke up.
Definitely going to have to play around in that. I got a copy of it. I barely opened it because I've been so busy.
Yeah.
It was the Vic Mignola situation. Larry spoke up about it, and that cost Larry his spot at the con.
All I had to do is speak up once.
Yeah. Let me bring that up though. So
bring this up. So Varian showed me this yesterday. I don't know if he was expecting some kind of outrageous reaction, but the problem is that I actually found this useful, and I might actually pick it up just so I can try it out.
I was expecting rage, and she let me down.
Because it's it really is a fine line between being insulted and being given something that's actually useful.
So it happens when you try to trigger people.
Yeah.
Can't ever predict how it's
You
gonna
know,
go.
Yeah, it doesn't work sometimes for me. I'm playing the video. You guys check it out.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, play the video.
Amazing comic book world builder. Hip music. Who taught these people how to do word balloons? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so from what I gather from this, I guess it's an asset pack. I guess like if you don't have Clip Studio Paint or something, but you do have Photoshop or anything like any similar program, I mean, I'm assuming from the video that it's an asset pack that has all these templates and that you can use to make comics. Now, the difference between this and Comic Blast is that you kind of still, because it's like it's more, I guess this is more analog, you kind of still need to know what you're doing in order to combine these assets into something useful.
Scroll back down, Barry. This is what the comic market needs more of. Scroll up just a little. No,
Yeah.
back down.
Up there.
Right there. A 16 panel grid.
Yeah, so it's like, it has like the grids, the word balloons. Actually, what kind of caught my attention was the explosion templates.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, I could really use those.
On your sound effects, all you got to do is pick up the Don Martin collection. You're set.
Right. Yeah, and it's like, so it's like I'm looking at this and it's like I like the cover templates, I like so it's like I'm just looking at it, it's like, oh, this has a lot of potential. It's like I'm really digging this. And especially like for $40, it's like I think it's kind of worth trying out. I like these preset perspective grids, the facades for buildings, because that's always something I struggle with. I mean, it's like I'm looking at this and I see a tool.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
see something that's trying to replace me. I see a tool. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to look at that, the little special effects and everything. I mean,
crackle.
These are tools, not magic buttons.
Right, exactly. Because you still have to know how to use them. Like I like the poses, I like the faces.
Yep.
Because like what I would do is I would put like a pose together and then draw on top of it, like use it as a maquette.
Mm-hmm.
So I,
that might be what they're planning on, or what
yeah. So I'm not, so I was actually pretty happy in the end when he showed me this last night. It's like, I'm going to get this and I'm going to see, I'm gonna probably make a kind of like an opposite video to the Comics Blast and, see, compare the two.
There's a font kit in there, some word balloon type, it's Circworks has a YouTube channel, but yeah, I mean, you got brushes in there. It's pretty cool. I mean,
and it's got multiple uses like they're showing there. So it's more, this is more tools than tools and templates than it is a magic button that can take your script and automatically turn it into
because it's like you said, you already kind of questioning how they do the lettering, but it's like, you know what, but when we get our hands on it, we can make it look correct, like more correct. So
and if you ever see the photographs of the older comic artist studios, you'll see file cabinet upon file
Yeah.
cabinet of photo references and books on the wall and all of this. This
Yeah.
replaces a lot of that,
Yeah. And it looks very easily customizable, so it's
Yeah.
not like you're kind of stuck with, oh, we know you used a template type of thing.
Yeah.
And we should point out to Design Cuts that we are available for sponsorships.
Oh,
Here at Indie
absolutely,
Book.
absolutely, yes.
We absolutely are,
Yeah, there's 16,
and we love educating people.
Pops at 16 panels.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
should-
That's why I had him stop and scroll back down.
Yeah,
It's
those
like, that's what
old
the comic
Conans,
is.
man, they were chock full of them.
Yeah, you know what? Imagine doing 2 pages, 16 panels on both pages. You could just
That's
Yeah.
that's Conan.
16 on a page.
yeah.
Yes.
Tom Imperial Voice says Tom Sicoli did some pages with 7x7 panel grids that are pretty mind exploding. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Glenn Ford
That's
says
Tom Scioli. He draws a lot like Jack Kirby anyway. He's studied Kirby, I would imagine, for years.
yeah. So I'm sorry, Glenn. I think it might be my computer. What's happening is that I can't send any messages out. They're not coming through. And I can't do it through my phone because I need the invite link to do it. If I reset, then we're all kicked out of here.
What are you trying? Anything I can help you try to do?
I was gonna try to send Glenn a link, but it wasn't working for me. It's not my links aren't working. So for some reason in my messenger, I can't get messages out to people. Imperial Vol also says that I haven't tackled the 16 panel grid yet, but it's on my bucket list. Imperial
Glenn Ford or Glenn Fleming?
Ford. I don't like Fleming. If Fleming's there, he can come in if you like to. Imperial Vol says I still use a 1-point perspective speed line overlay. I picked it from somewhere. It's a time saver and looks fine.
yeah.
Jake says I use video games to help me out in some ways. Yeah, I use a lot of video games.
Yeah.
I did did several question comics that are 1-page 16 panel grids,
Yes.
and
You did.
I'd rather see all splash pages rather than all 16 panel pages.
Depends. It
Oh,
depends. It
no.
depends.
But I was
Depends
like,
on who does
Needs
it.
to have a mixture depending upon
Yeah.
how your time is passing. Everything
Right.
depends upon that. Eisner sequential art, comics and sequential art book.
I remember
Look that up.
I remember reading that in the Superman books that they got as Superman Doomsday. They were getting ready to kill Superman. The panels got less and less until it got to the point where the last issue where Superman gets killed by Doomsday. Spoiler alert. And finally at the end there, it was all that final issue was all splash pages. So
Yeah.
if you go back and look at it, that final issue, it's like Michael Bay drew it. It's like these big scenes, and I thought it was kind of cool when I was a kid. Like, wow, look at all this fantastic art. This is awesome.
Gonna
Okay.
try
Bill
to bring
Willingham,
Glenn Ford in.
right. Bill Willingham did a series called Coventry that was all like, there were 4 panels each page, but each panel was actually its own illustration. Like he had a sketchbook that he would draw the entire panel in on a page, and then after he did 4, he created the page in the comic for it. It was pretty interesting. Unfortunately, I think it only lasted like 3 or 4 issues. But it was a shame. But I kind of miss Bill Willingham's art.
Glenn's still talking to us from the moon. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Lost the
exactly.
signal.
And we lost him.
Getting that signel in from the moon base is a little
One
rough.
day, StreamYard will like him.
One day.
One
You know
day.
what? People on StreamYard have been telling me they've been not telling me, but on the Facebook have been having all types of problems with audio, and they've determined that it's the iPhones and iPad users
Oh, interesting.
who are having the worst to connect to their phones are having the worst. Glenn, can you hear us?
Oh, he's still really delayed.
One
too.
small step for man.
Yeah.
Glenn, can you hear us?
Yeah. Having that problem again. Jesus. I was getting
Yes, you are.
disconnected. Leave me in the green room for a few minutes and it'll go away like last time.
It may go away. What you said you had a question for us?
You might want to type that into the chat, Glenn.
Yeah.
Say what?
You did, I see in your message you said you had a question for us.
that's
Yeah, that was his
yeah.
question.
JD Calderon, I think we know him. Says Fantagraphs, you actually put those pages together for Bill Willington.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The final of Devilman had a series of double spread lead to detail and epic fight through illustrations. It was majestic. Yeah. I remember that Superman comic. Look, running home, getting out of school, reading that, and I'm like, man, I'm reading this book, and just I remember thinking like, how they gonna bring Superman back? Superman can't be dead. Because at that point, I honestly didn't. I kind of drank the Kool-Aid. I thought he was dead, like gone forever. That was it. And I remember a friend of mine later on in high school.
You can't kill a corporate IP.
Yeah,
There you go.
a friend of mine. He said, if DC had any type of artistic, anything, they were really artists.
If you say integrity, I'm gonna start laughing.
Yeah. Well, if they would have had integrity, they would have kept them dead.
No.
They would have.
Please.
Yeah, but you're right. And I forget who I heard say that recently. It says these aren't characters anymore; these are corporate IPs. They're not even worried about how they're writing them anymore.
Right. Yeah. Now it's all about it's like just they're faces for a company. They're not characters. They're not story vessels.
Yeah.
No.
Anyone know who Vic King is?
Are you pronouncing that right? Could be Vike King.
Viking?
Sounds like a pseudonym to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can try to come back in, Glenn. See what happens.
Leave me in the green room for a few minutes. That grinding sound should be gone. All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, pop in. Glenn, we'll leave you there for a few minutes.
I love Leather Jacket Superboy.
Just remember the Cheetos are stale. Go ahead.
I love Leather Jacket Superboy from that era following Death of Superman. That was the one I collected. Yeah.
Leather jackets were such a thing back then.
I remember being a very little kid and some older kids showing me Cyber Superman and telling me Superman died. And I went, Superman isn't dead. That looks like a bad guy. Preschool me was on to something. Yeah. I remember that, man. That was...
Walt Simonson's run on Thor, he had an issue of splash pages where he fights the Midgard serpent.
They were pitching those for Superman as the replacement.
Yeah.
And I remember my father looking at all four of them and saying, well, I know which one it won't be. and I said, which one? He said, that one right there, Steel.
Yes,
I said, it could be Steel. He says, and he walked off. Now I think about it, he was right. He was, but still, there was
some change.
Yeah. There was. I think they didn't make it. They didn't try to pitch Steel as like a reincarnated replacement. I don't think. Like we always knew that he wasn't. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, everybody knew that Superman would be back eventually, anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
During Walt Simonson's run on Thor, he had an issue of splash pages where he fights the Midgard serpent.
Yeah,
and that was very phallic and very telling, that story.
And during his run on Manhunter, he had a page with 32 panels.
Did he?
Wow.
I believe so. Let me check here. It was at least 16.
From the That's a Small Push Publisher says, Lore, what attracts you may not be what you truly desire. Making taglines for the comic. That's a good one.
That's a good one too. Yeah, that's a good one. Steal that one, Lola.
There's 14.
So Lore is going to be like the first crowd. It's going to be crowdfunded and crowdsourced in terms of marketing.
So I really appreciate all the help with you from everybody. It's my first one, and I'm winging it. I'm trying.
Anyone know who John Dillard is? That name sounds familiar.
That name sounds familiar too. Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
You just know they are really talented artists. Yeah, John Dillard sounds familiar. I'm door number 380. I'm a favorite comic of all time. That says Pops. Imperium Vol says still got a movie though. A movie that nobody seems to remember. Oh, I remember it. I remember Shaquille O'Neal in that movie. Ugh. And they are drawing some really good covers for my project. I want to look at. Let's see if I can pull up Max's project here. Give me 1 second.
24 panels. 3, 6, 9, 12. There's a 13.
you know that see that I'll get too lazy. Varian, can you? No, I can't do that.
13.
I can't do I can't do that many books. I'm tired.
There's
I just worked. I just had a 20-minute stint. I need a 2-hour nap.
there's a 16 panel page right there. Nice
Yeah,
static.
that requires a
Quick-
lot of planning.
quick time,
That's
yeah.
work. Yeah.
Just genius work.
See, see, that's too much work for me. Too much work. I can't be a part of that. Man, that's
15.
let's see here.
12.
Let's bring up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, there's a lot. But that was Simonson's first real professional work. So it was that Manhunter series. A lot of times they were stuffing a lot of story in 7 pages. A lot of story. It's an awesome property.
She's been working for. I wasn't getting paid. That page. What you call it? Let's see if let's see if that buzzing is gone from Ionicus. Let's see here. Still there? Oh, can you hear us a little bit better now?
No, he's still on the moon.
Yeah, he's still. I got to keep putting him in and out of there. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Lure, hooker, lion, stinker. Sorry, I had to load.
No, I think we might pass on that one.
Let's see here. And I was trying to find. Okay, there. Need to find the share button. Man, this whole thing being switched around is really confusing me. So we got Melvin. Let's see here. This is one of the links that he sent me.
Melvin, who's this from?
This is one of the links that Matt put into the Max put into the chat, as well as his Indiegogo, which I have to send over to Eric to take a look at. It's one of the ones he put in the chat. We'll take a look at it. Give me 1 second, and then look at there, Russ Leach. Hi guys, I'm listening in whilst doing the Revolt story. Good man, good man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good man. And then let me check out his webtoon too. People put links in there. I like to check them out. I want to see what the webtoon what they got. I like seeing. Let's see here. I like seeing the artwork from other people, because.
Yeah, I'm gonna book Melvin.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Go right ahead. Yeah.
$20 here. I just gotta look at my cards first.
Let's see here. Let's take a look at. We got one that contains adult situations over on Webtoon.
Oh,
I don't
no.
see. I don't. It
We might need to look that one over first before we put it.
Yeah, it's the first page doesn't have anything there, but I do like that black and white art. The greatest of all clouds, written by Timothy Hilson, drawn and inked by Sherwin. I like that black and white art. You know, it's funny. I actually didn't. I wasn't a fan of black and white, like uncolored comics, until I started making them. And one of the reasons why my first book was black and white was the price.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the printing price; it was the person who was doing the artwork was like, "Well, yeah, I can draw it for this price, but if you want me to color it, man." It went up substantially, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll have someone else color it." Laura, the pull of desire under the bait of attraction. Huh?
Oh, we'll borrow that. We'll
Yeah.
put it on the list.
I'm just taking pictures of the screen so I have them and I can write all my notes.
Yeah.
How many pages are you going for? Is that for
For Lure?
No, that's comic book black belt from Jake. 7. I'm starting to wonder if the inviters in Lure Griff. Yeah. Griff Kings. Griff Kings.
King.
Maybe, kind
Sign
of,
up.
sort of.
Yeah. You can grift it. Let's see if Ionica's a little bit better now. Let's see. No. I want to hear the question. He said in the thing. He said, "Send me a link. I have some questions," and I'm like, "Okay." And then it did, and he's having the worst luck trying to get on. We gotta start. We'll have to start a. See, there it is. It says, "Send me a link to hop in. I got questions." So I was like, "Oh man, I wanted to hear what he had to say. Maybe he had some interesting questions about Lola's book." So it's not that bad. It's probably some cuss words in here. That's all. See, Webtoon's gotten soft.
Huh.
Soft. Go check that out, everybody. That's Melvin the webcomic series, the #1 greatest of all clots. Over on Webtoon, and then he's got an Indiegogo campaign going as well. I think the Indiegogo campaign is 26 days left. Let me see here of a flexible goal of 2,000. Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm all discombobulated here. Here we go. Melvin #1.
One day we'll look like professionals.
Yeah. One day. I don't know if you guys can you guys hear that? Probably not, because we're not professionals here this morning. It's early. It's too early for me to be doing stuff. Let's see here.
You missed a damn in there. It's too damn early for you to be doing stuff.
Yeah.
Russ sent me a page.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, did you try the updated files that I sent you?
Yes, I did. It's the same files you sent me before.
No, I mean, these were CM, because what happened when I realized was that the previous files for some reason exported as CMYK. And sometimes that messes with my computer.
No, they were just as heavy, and even and I knew they were the same files because 7 and 8 are the same page.
Oh, did I duplicate a page? Okay. So, all right, I didn't notice that. Okay, again, that's why I have three glasses on my on my desk. So I'll take a look at that later. And
please send me JPEGs.
You guys have
you sure you want JPEGs and not like PNGs or something?
PNGs even are better than what I got now.
Okay, all right, so I'll do that. I think
in fact, in here I had to throw it through I worked on this for hours yesterday, trying to break into that file, and then when I did, I saw 7 and 8 with the same page.
Oh, but no! Okay.
I was able to knock them from TIFFs to PNGs, but they were still really heavy.
That's weird. Okay.
Right, I'm almost out of space on my thumb drive. I got to go out and buy a couple more thumb drives.
Right.
Or remove half of the clutter in this current thumb drive so that I can load it in.
Okay, I'll take a look at the files again.
Randy is
I don't think Glenn's gonna make it.
Randy is such a file diva. Oh my
goodness. People drive me crazy when they can't send me a simple and not you, Daphne, but
right, okay.
I have clients out there that I've spent a lot more time on because they insist on being artiste and sending it to me sending a file to me in their favorite extension as opposed to one that's actually accessible and usable.
Right.
Well, no, it's what I did to him a couple days ago.
But I tell them you can black and white artwork goes through really good, fine on 300 or higher DPI JPEGs, especially when you send it to me 10 by 16 and I have to shrink it down to 6 1/4 by 10 1/2.
I mean, all right. So I'll just fix. You know what? I'll just do the files the way you want them, and we'll see what happens.
What I did to him a couple days ago was great. I sent him a logo, which should be simple, and he got the logo. He said, "What is this? Why is it so big? Why is this?" Because the file.
Oh no, he put there was 15 layers on the.
You have to flatten. Yeah, you have to flatten. And
actually, I'm exaggerating. There was only 12 layers, and 3 of those were effects layers that were multiple that I couldn't get rid of in my. I have old equipment.
Right. In the end, it's like that's the.
You stay with what you know and what you can use. All the time. So somebody sends me a Mac file, unless it's a JPEG, I get mad.
Right.
Thing is that I'm
working on a PC
in real time.
I've seen just about every extension you can imagine. I was used to do apparel work for larger companies for a while, and I'd get every extension under the sun. I'd go, what the fuck? And I'd be going through Corel Draw. The older Corel Draws has awesome filters, but I'm spending 15 minutes going through and reading all the different filters until I find the right one that fits their freaking extension, because I've never seen it before.
Jake says, "Wait, what the fuck? 10 by 16? I'm doing it 11 by 17.
11 by 17 is fine, Jake.
Yeah. That's
I'll just stretch it. It'll look a little demented, but it's all right. Fine. No, I'm just kidding. You're good. That should be 10 by 16 with a 1/2-inch border around, Jake. So it's 11 by 17. You're good.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a page here. I was going to look and see if I had permission from, if Russ didn't mind me showing it to him. He said, sure. Okay, cool. Let me show you this because it's awesome.
well, it's Russ.
Yeah. This will be in the anthology. Boom. And I can blow that up. Look at that detail.
Oh man, look at that. Yeah.
Oh man. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hella crowd scene right there.
Yeah.
Cool. And that Russ also did one of the covers for Revolt, and that's that one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
You see, I can't I can't go to my messages like that because I get porn from people.
That's why you need multiple systems.
And next thing you know, there'll be Prawn on the screen, and we'll be sad. Oh,
Right.
sorry about that.
You try to keep your porn all on one system.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Priorities. That's it. Man, you got to have priorities.
And I see that's you, Randy. I've seen about everything and recorded and memed.
Well,
Blush. He's blushing. He's blushing. I can't do that show off. Anyway,
I'm going to honk my horn. The Oswald Chronicles funded in under 24 hours. Good for you.
huzzah! Huzzah!
Kickstarter, get your copies today.
That's because we talked about it on Geekgasm last night.
Yes, it was. It was
There you
the
go.
Geekgasm
Must be
push.
Yeah.
let's take a look at the what you guys are now.
And
with
the Indie Bolt bump in action.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay, Rach. Yeah, you know that doesn't look bad. I think Lola says she booked you. We'll have you on to talk about them. Wait, what? Yeah, we'll have you on to talk about them. We like to talk about new books, and also because you know. No, I thought you said you did. I thought you said you were booking people to be on the show.
Yeah, you can contact me if you want to get booked. I'm handling the schedule.
Yeah, if you want to come on the show, reach out to Lola. Let her know.
It's going to say she said booked.
Yeah.
Contact her if you want to get booked on Geekgasm.
What I had said earlier was I was going to back Melvin.
Mhm.
That's what I said.
Okay. Oh, you can back Melvin.
Well,
Okay,
you can
yeah.
book them too. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, I can book them. Just reach out to me, and I'll fit you in around.
You know, I just thought about something. No, I just thought about with some. I just got an email and I just twisted my head at it, but that's okay. Okay, that's fine.
JD said Daphne just got Russ's book in the mail. I think I'm going to steal it.
Not before I read it first.
Be careful when you open that up, JD.
Yeah, apparently Russ is sending intoxicants through the mail.
Fresh out of the printer.
Yeah.
That's a printing ink I had not experienced before, but I opened it up in my living room, and my wife sits about 20 feet away from me, and it was like, whoa. What the heck?
It has that fresh printer smell.
Oh, it's beyond a fresh printer smell.
Uh-huh.
And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. There are a lot worse smells out there, but
well, you know,
man, was that pungent. It was good. It was good.
I at least I got
it's a beautiful book too. It's just phenomenal.
I got a book to review here. Someone sent to me. I'm not going to say which book it is, but as I'm flipping through it, here's a book for review, and the ink. They need to I did mail them back and say you need to contact your printer because the ink is just running off the page. Like you flip literally. A page and it's colored ink.
The black all over your hands.
Not just the black. The colors are coming off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
they might have used an inkjet. Because I know that there's like some large. I know that there's large format inkjet, but it's like it's. I rarely see it, and when I do, you can usually tell.
Yeah, some of the print on demands are glorified inkjet printers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asking again, how many are going for 8 pages so far, Randy? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you directed that at me. There's a few. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. If he can get my pages open, I have 8 pages.
Daphne's 8 pages. I've got another story coming that's amazing that I should have this weekend. That'll be 10 pages. I do have a 12-page guano guy from Mark Darden that we might be using or might not, depending upon how everything settles through. Most of them are 6. Seth's story is 8. Glenn's is 4. Mine is 4. The one that I have somebody else that I wrote that's doing the artwork is 6. So it's right in the ballpark. Emily's is 8 plus a front page, so technically it's 9. I think Marv's is 8.
JD has 3.
JD has 3.
Those PDFs worked, right?
But they're incredibly, yeah. Oh yeah, his is fine.
Oh, okay.
It's an incredibly tight 3 too. It's a really fine, detailed. The artwork on it is amazing. So
this is
really pretty.
This is from Lito, Lito.
Okay.
Lito. Lito says, "Hi, I watched your show on YouTube. Okay, I watched a show on YouTube. Not watching live today. Listening through radio, which is cool. Thanks. Thanks for listening, Lito.
Appreciate you.
Wants to know, will Laura be available outside of the United States because he's not an American citizen? Also, will Lola sign and signature with a kiss?"
Aw.
Is that going to be a tear?
I can sign it with a kiss.
Yeah. You're gonna kiss each.
It depends on where you're at. I'm thinking about doing Canada and maybe a couple other places.
Well, you're gonna have to look at the laws for adult material in certain countries. Some of that might be.
It's always something. Yeah.
It's always something. Yeah. When you start getting into that kind of content, every country has different rules.
On a PDF or not, just depending on the rules and regulations for shipping stuff outside the U.S.
Yeah, because if it's a PDF, they can't stop you. It's a little bit hard to stop you. But
you definitely don't want to have some like last minute extradition to Saudi Arabia.
Lovely smell. COVID.
It is. It's a good hard smell though.
Pierce says, "I can't believe Russ put out a scratch and sniff version of his book.
No,
he got the flavor." I wanted to know what that smelled like.
That's not the smell of death. Let me guarantee you that.
Jake says it's not a rank stench if the ink doesn't smell like a blend of motor oil, battery acid, and cinnamon cum buns. Cinnamon cum buns. Is it flaking and rubbing off the comic? Someone's rubbing off the lore? What? Oh, that comic.
It's an industrial ink smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he's talking about the guy saying that that the ink was coming off of the pages. So so I guess it's like it depends on it's if it's rubbing off or flaking off. It depends on what printer they used.
Empyrean says mine was 8 if I made it in. I sent it last week.
Empyrean, I'm sorry I didn't list you. You are in. Yeah, I put you in yesterday. You're good. Thank you very much. It's good.
Empyrean Vol is in.
Is in tight. It's a good story. It has to do with a cat and a large robot. It's awesome.
A cat and a large robot.
This is going to be a great book. It's going to be it's already an awesome book.
Randy got his copy. Stupid U.S. mail. You know what? Randy's getting all his books. Randy got a book that I'm still waiting on. Matter of fact,
I got mine a couple of days ago. I just haven't opened it yet.
The whole package, deeply appreciate it. It's awesome.
Did I?
I got my God's hand too.
See, I didn't get my God's hand. I'm trying to think, did I?
He got his yesterday.
Yeah, and
the bookmark, the metal bookmark is hot.
Yes, it is.
I really like that bookmark.
It's funny. Anthony just messaged me today. He was like, "Hey, have you got your book yet?" And I said, "No, I'm still waiting." And he's like, "Randy got his." I'm like, "I know." And he's like, "Well, what the hell?" But the other thing is that it's weird because like mine got to Michigan, it went through Detroit and it stopped. So I'm like, uh-oh.
Your book before it gets to you.
Yeah.
Mine
Randy
came
has it in at the post office.
Mine came with beads, a couple coins, 4 prints, 2 ads, and a sticker, and that metal bookmark. That was amazing. Yes. And even the death, only death can save us. It's got some awesome. Look at that swag. Nice print, couple big card prints, and a sticker. Fantastic.
I don't think I don't think I backed Only Death Can Save Us. Did I?
Oh no!
If I didn't, I'm sorry, Russ. I have to see
you are in trouble now.
Yeah.
I see Russ calling up the list right now, going, bastard.
Like, oops, I'm sorry. Variant doesn't have the magical joke up with the mail system that Randy has.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm up here in Flint, so the mail service takes pity on us and just ships it up to us. Detroit's a whole different market.
Oh, I didn't notice any smells, by the way. Gazelle Lagace got her art confiscated when she tried to come over from Canada for C2E2 back in 2018.
I've heard that happen a couple of times too. Yeah, it was Canada though. Not so much in Europe though. I mean, to tell you the truth, I would be shocked considering what comes in and out of Europe.
Their decency standards are completely different from
but Canada is we. I mean, in the end, it depends on the mood of the custom agents. I mean, in the end, that's what it boils down to. Yeah.
Exactly.
If they're feeling rather peckish, they'll confiscate everything.
Yeah, I had a good 45-minute wait one time coming back from a show. We cut through Canada from Albany, New York.
Yeah.
And we got stopped at the border at Michigan and inspected for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
One of the artists that was traveling with us had done the Leatherface comic. So he had a chainsaw that he had painted some red on, brought a tablecloth and some deer bones. So after 45 minutes, the guard comes up to us and goes, "What line of work are you in?"
Serial killing?
Yeah.
What do you do for
Well, actually, no. I highly do not recommend joking with customs.
Never.
That's the thing. Do not mess with customs or TSA. Yeah.
No sense of humor at the border.
Where can I look that information up at?
Usually, I mean, I think you can find it on the post office website. Where sometimes they depending on the country, they give regulations, but usually that type of material they don't quite list specifically. That's the problem. But to tell you the truth, I don't think I would worry too much about Europe. I mean,
I'd worry about the more Middle Eastern countries.
Yeah, but I mean, are you really shipping?
They treat their women.
I was thinking about just Europe and Canada.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I just keep it regulated to them.
Naomi Comics says, "What do you think of comic book creators posting on Facebook looking for free art? Is that happening somewhere?"
I mean, free art for what? I mean, it kind of depends on the context. I mean, because you're talking about I mean, is that people asking comic creators for free art or comic creators trolling other comic creators for free art?
You can always ask, but you can always say no too and get labeled as an idiot. So it's up to them.
Hey y'all. Hey William, how's it going?
Oh yeah. How are you? Good to see you.
Of course I have Panty.
Plenty.
I know.
Plenty.
Oh, plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Do we have radio numbers?
We do have radio numbers. Let's see here.
Radio listeners.
Let me pull it up. Go ahead. I mean, 1 second. I'll pull it up. Okay. So we're at 52,800. Thank you guys for listening. Want to thank our lovely friends. And let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on.
Ireland again?
No.
Peru?
It is. No, hold on 1 second. This is also updated, so it's different now.
in a few months, Varian and I will be available for our world tour as soon as things calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. They have they've done some weird updates to this stuff, so now I have to sign to a different part. It's really weird. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for listening right now Turkey, Germany, Myanmar, yeah. And I got the Sudan.
Awesome. Thanks for listening, everybody.
And it keeps going now. So I got Poland.
We appreciate each and every one of you. Morocco.
Poland,
Sweet.
Morocco. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Imperial Volt says Canada can send us nickel back. We can send them whatever the heck we want. Look at this photograph. He's laughed. Naomi Comics says, yeah, Rob is doing it. Oh, he's got the anthology. That's why. Yeah. He's got the anthology. That's why he's asking for art. William Pace says,
is he?
Because there's like he's trying to get stories into the anthology. So that's where that comes from. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm out of loop of everything because I've been really busy. But soon you guys know why. You guys know why. I'm not just being lazy.
William Pace, my mother confiscated my cherry art Pop-Tart collection when I was in high school. Yeah.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah. If my mom had
a tale as old as time.
Yeah, see, I was like, it took me a second to realize he meant the comic. I'm like, why would she take his cherry Pop-Tarts? And then it dawned on me that he's talking about the comic.
Both Archie and Kellogg, I think, filed a polite cease and desist to him. Off of that first issue. That's why I quickly changed to cherry.
Jake says, Imperial Vol. I don't know, Peter. Bad export don't outweigh great import. And he's relations comic creators asking for free art pages for an anthology, only offering exposure in return. Well, see, that's the thing, though. I mean, anthologies. I always felt like if you give me an anthology story, that's a little bit different. My personal opinion. Anthology story is a little bit different because maybe you've already published a story elsewhere, or you made it for an anthology. You can go put it wherever you want if someone wants it. Now, if you ask me to draw for you for free your entire comic, then that's when I start bulking it. Like, wait, what? What you want me to do?
And I also want to point out with Indie Volt Revolt, they sent us stories. We asked for portfolio pieces so that we can show everybody the quality of work of the talent that we have here on the program. But every dollar past the profit is split up amongst the pages of the book and the creators. So it's not like they're not going to make money. They might not make a lot of money, but we didn't do this book for profit as much as just to show off the great variety of stuff that our listeners and our contributors are able to do. And believe me that it's by far the best quality anthology I've ever put together. And I have a very small personal part in outside of pasting everything up.
You think Randy's part is small? Yeah,
Variants is even smaller.
That sounds really bad now that I said it. I wish I could take that back.
Yeah. I'm bugging him to send me a story, and he hasn't done it yet. So.
Yeah, it's like I joke about it. Like I was like, I have like, I know it says Indie Revolt on there, but like, I have nothing to do with it.
You're a figurehead.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've been joking about like, Randy, can I see the print file before you send it in? And I figure I stick my name in there somewhere. Like,
yeah, quietly.
I just put my name in there somewhere. I'm gonna. Never mind. It's happened to him before.
I'll give you a special thanks upside down.
Yeah. People put the name on Randy's shit all the time, so I'll do it.
Yes. So suddenly you'll be the editor. Hey, that'll be great. Yeah. Anyway,
what is it, Lola?
I looked up the regulations for Canada, and adult material is not on their list.
Yeah, unless
you're not adult material. You're a graphic novel with adult content.
Well, that's not on the list either.
That's the thing with this type of, because usually when they mean adult material, they're meaning like actual photographs too, but they keep everything like deliberately obtuse.
You could probably slide in under art book.
Yeah, I think so too. So too.
Art book or comic.
Yeah, I think they're mostly looking for like actual like like real models, pornography type of thing.
Yeah, they didn't have any of that listed, like as prohibited.
Considering that prostitution is legal in most provinces in Canada, you probably have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, like I said, that's just the picadillos of the individual customs agents. I would just put like Canada and Europe, and you should be okay.
The only time a book that I know of that got stopped in Canada that I was associated with had very hardcore gore.
Oh, that's what it took. Okay.
And it was I guess the easiest way to say it is genitalia mutilation involved in it.
Right. Yeah.
It's a zombie book.
Right.
I know, but
not the Lorena Bobbitt story.
No. No, that was a cover too. They took one look at the cover and said, "No,
well,
it's not coming across." No, especially once they realized what was in the zombie's mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry too much about it.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah. You're probably safe.
Yeah.
Any place that plays Eyes Wide Shut, you'd probably be just fine at.
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Let's see here. All right. Indie Boat Radio listeners, thank you guys. We are up to 67. Then my numbers are kind of jumpy. 67. Thank you guys for being here with us this very early Thursday. Now almost afternoon here. I haven't heard Picadillo used in conversation in ages. Picadillo.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone just tuned in. Yeah, everyone's
Hi, Gabriel. Thanks for listening.
Hey.
Just a reminder, we are archived over on YouTube unless they decide we're a little intense. So you can always go back and listen to the start of the conversation as well.
Jake says, so that people know I turned down the money so that people get more kickback. I just wanted to get published.
Getting published is tight.
Goose abuse is strictly prohibited. Don't abuse the goose.
Don't abuse the goose.
Oh man, Lo is going to spread the occult secret. Just don't get Kubert. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, well,
pretty soon you'll be faking moon landings like the best of them.
You know, I never mind. I won't say anything. I once said the moon landing was fake, and this guy called me an idiot.
Well, you see, the problem is that like Kubrick did film the moon landing, but he's such an intense director. He insisted they actually go to the moon.
Yeah.
So
location shooting was a bitch.
Yeah, it's so it was a whole thing. It was a whole process.
How do you think the camera was outside of the limb by the time the guy got out?
Yeah.
I gotta go up there and film it. I need you to get me up there first.
Turned it on
and they did, and they did 74 takes, and it was a whole thing.
And still, Neil flubbed his line.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you had one line. You couldn't get that right. You're not an actor. Do it. Check this out, guys. Indie Vote Radio. This one here is from. Oh, he didn't put his name. Sorry. So it's weird because he didn't put his name. But I thought he did. He said that. He says, "Hey guys, signed up for a card set. Did it on the cheap. Did 62 cards for $200. 62 cards, $200. Problem is, his name isn't taken off the cards. His name is nowhere on the cards on the art. And it's not, doesn't say drawn by this person.
Oh, he drew
62.
Wow.
Yeah, for $200. And now his name isn't even on the card.
But you did it for the exposure.
$200.
You did it.
Yeah, it's like you did it for the exposure, but your name is nowhere on the product.
Or exposure bucks.
Mount Everest is covered with people who died of exposure.
It's like, what happened? Exposure.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just that. Listen, I've been trying to track down the artist on a trading card.
Do 62 cards for $200, please.
That's just, dude, really.
I've been trying to track down an artist on an old Marvel card, and I cannot figure out who did it. And everyone's like, "It's Jim Lee," and I'm like, "I don't think so." But
don't show it to me. There's only about 24 people that draw exactly like Jim Lee.
So I'm like, I don't think he's Jim. But I will say this. Yeah, you should probably make. You live in an age now where you can make as much noise online and say, "Hey, I drew this card set."
Yeah. Yep.
So
You
people
can.
know,
Yeah.
hey, I drew that card set. My name isn't on it, but I drew it. It wasn't like the old days where if that would have happened to someone in the 70s and 80s, they
Yeah.
might have been screwed.
Make it a point to tell everybody you can bring that card set to you at conventions when there's conventions again, and you'll sign it to them personally.
Yeah. Indy was already faking moon landings with Lynn. Comic Book Black Belt says they went to the moon. They also filmed fakes just in case they messed up. But telling the world you were prepared to lie is just as bad as getting caught. Yeah, it's like when I come home in the middle of the night with lipstick on my collar. Like this is from okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. And
I went to Macy's.
He's like, no, you know what it is? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I walk out the room. Answer your questions.
The key is always to be sober enough to look at yourself in the rearview mirror before you get out of the damn car. But
if work for exposure was sunlight, I have cancer by now. What do you guys think though? I mean, what would you do? You do a car set, 62 cars, $200.
Wait a minute, we got a bumper for that, don't we?
Uh-oh.
If work were exposure, or if work were exposure were sunlight, I'd already have cancer by now.
We haven't hit it for a minute. Yeah. Shit's this.
I mean, yeah, I would have just questioned doing that many cards for $200.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I would have already questioned that.
How many cards for $200 get you?
So what did he say? It's like
62 cards, $200.
All depends upon the detail on the card.
Oh, he did.
$3.22.
And the
A
subject
card?
matter. That's what it was.
Yeah.
$3.22 a card.
Yeah, $3.22 a card. I mean, really, you picked up a pencil for that? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's yeah, it's like that's the part that I'm kind of stuck on, rather than that they removed your name from it.
Yeah.
He did, and it's what I can cuss.
You have quite a few card artists right now that are clenching.
Yeah.
Listening to us. Yeah.
Well, he admits too that he inked and colored them. That he turned
Oh my
in photo
God.
ready,
clench. Yeah.
Yeah, for $3. So
Yeah.
you did full artwork for $3.
He didn't do the back, so he knew the back of the card. That was them. That was the company.
You know.
62 cards.
That's why I don't do cards. It's because they don't pay off well.
They used to, apparently.
I don't even know that. I know a lot of guys that do cards for like $5 or $8 a hit.
Yeah,
not 3 1/4 though. Not in color. No.
Right.
No, I was what I was referring to was I was looking at I was reading. There was an article over on the old Marvel cards, and they said that those guys used to love doing them because they paid half a page rate, and it was less.
That
work.
I believe. Yep, that I believe.
Yeah, but
And it was-
also it's like we're talking the top tier guys. I mean,
Yeah.
now
Yep.
it's like, because we know a guy like he specializes in that, and the grinding he has to do to make money to do those cards is just, you know.
I couldn't even tell you what the average rate for cards are at the moment, because I just don't. Somebody says you want to do some trading cards? No.
Right.
So your first mistake, sir, I know you didn't put your name, but your first mistake was doing those card set.
Not sketch
62
cards. Yeah.
62 cards for $200. Then take your name off of there. It's pretty grimy. Try to reach out to the company, see if they can, somehow, some way compensate you.
I think you'll get a smile and a wave, probably. Yeah, and on your next set, don't work that cheaply. Yeah.
Or if they're going to go back to a second printing on that card set, say, "Can you put my name back out there, please? I worked for all."
Yeah, at least.
Now, were these cards that were printed, or were these cards that were sketch chase cards?
No, these are printed. Okay. They're going right into. Apparently, they're going right into comic books. So.
Okay. So it's not, because it's like I was like wondering, can they at least give you like a couple of sets or something? And
Yeah,
the
like
least.
No.
you, like tell them you want to be compensated, and if they go for a second printing of the cards, could you have a name back? Could you do something for me?
I hope
Because
you retain
I
the
mean,
original as well.
I'm also it's like a little put off by the idea that it's like some freak. I hate the way like friggin' nobody companies all want to act like they're like they're big conglomerates. It's like, oh well, this company doesn't put names and credits on their cards. Like, yeah, but they paid the dude like $200-300 per illustration.
Yep.
And it's like, who are you? Like, it's like they all want to be big companies. They all want to pretend they're big companies, but for like all the wrong reasons.
When I get paid advertising rates, I don't
Yeah.
expect my signature to go on there. I might sneak it in every once in a while,
Right,
but I don't
yeah.
expect it to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, but also it's like you're being compensated accordingly.
we were talking about that a little while ago. I was talking to Scott Zambella, and he says when people come to him and they say, "Hey, we want this," your name's not going to be on it.
Right.
We're buying it. You charge accordingly because
Right,
you're
exactly.
taking that away. That art it's yours, but it's gone now.
Yeah.
When I get art drawn by a particular artist, and he knows it, I take his name off of it when we have to use it for publication. So like the artist who draws it's Morgan Austin when he draws Vicky Volt. Well, because of the nature of where she appears, I can't put his name up there. But if anybody asks me who drew her, it's Morgan Austin. Let everybody know, that's who drew her. And when I post the first picture of her, I put, his name was there so people know who drew her. But when it comes to, doing stickers of the character or whatnot, yeah, his name isn't there just because of the nature of what.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
What it is. But you talk to the artist, get the artist knows what you're going to do. It would, the guy did you guys a favor. It's, $3.22 a card. The least you could do is leave his name on the damn set.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
I'll put some, I got to take this call. I'll put up some quotes so you can read it, Randy.
Okay. Niobe says exposure is overrated and the term is overused. And in the small world of indie comics means nothing unless you are selling thousands and thousands of copies. And of that, if that is the case, you need to be paid in exposure.
Yeah,
you do not need to be paid in exposure.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I keep remembering this story. I mean, it's like I know that Oprah Winfrey, when she went, like she did a tour and it was like her company was asking people to do stuff for exposure. Like Madonna did a tour and again, it's like she was asking people to do stuff for exposure. And it's like, look, it's like if the wealthiest people in the world, Oprah Winfrey and Madonna, can't don't want to pay their workers, then who are you exposing yourself to?
Yeah. Yep. Jake says I'm in a very stinchative mood.
Yeah.
So from the desk of a small press publisher, then when feeling a stench mood, be stench.
Yeah.
Glenn says it's getting late for me, so I got to go. Have a good rest of the show. Thanks, Glenn. Hope you have a good rest.
See you later.
From the desk of a small press publisher. Yeah, it comes out after being awake for 20 hours. There we go. Maybe Jake needs to take a nap too. Says, and Comic Belt Black Belt says,
I have a hashtag. I'm official.
I live for Daphne Rants.
Daphne, do we have something we want to add to this?
I'm surprised that's the only clip from that show you have.
Oh no, I have a longer clip. I'm just
that was a rowdy show.
I'm just polite. That's all.
Last week. That was a rowdy show.
That wasn't a Daphne rant. That was a Daphne concern.
Yeah.
Empyrean Vol says it also goes back to that expectation of reproduction rights from the other night. Mm-hmm. If reproduction is built in, charge accordingly. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's really, I mean, it's like, unless it's like you really wanted to do the work for some reason, that's on you, but I don't understand why you wouldn't have wanted to have gotten something.
Yeah, it's not. In my opinion, you got shafted twice. Once on the price, and one with the lack of credit.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
definitely have gotten both. So that's my opinion.
You know.
You'll expose yourself as a grift Kang,
Right.
Daphne. Yes.
Me.
See, you could have done half as many cards, and you still would have had a decent set for the same price, and have been paid twice as much.
Yeah, but it's like you're still, you know.
What's a decent set? 62 seems a little. I mean,
that's
that's
excessive. Yeah, I mean, that's. Yeah, but then again, it's like I really don't know what the going rate for sketch cards are.
Grift queen.
Calling everybody out.
I'm just the princess, so
there you go. Yeah.
There you go. Yes. Anyway, we're getting close to winding up now, so Daphne, why don't you tell folks how they can get a hold of you?
Oh, sure. So you can find me and my work at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS.com. That's my main portfolio site, where you can find links to all of my social media and also to my comics. EgoWorks hosts Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, in its original black and white format that you can check out. And it also has a link to Tall Tales, TAILS. Which will take you to the Tall Tale site, where you can read about like 600 pages worth of running, jumping, skipping, climbing Mount Doom type of adventure for free. And also, because I have something for everybody, egoworks.com also has a link to the only uncensored archive of my House of Bob furry porn collection. So like I said, I have something for everybody there.
Cool. Indie Princess, did you want to let folks know where they can find you?
Sure. You guys can find me. Go to my link tree, indie_princess, and all my links will pop up there. I collected them all, so I don't have to repeat them all.
There you go.
And then also on Indiegogo, look for Lore.
It's LURE at Indiegogo.
Yep.
Sign up now for notifications. And be ready for that campaign when it starts at the end of March.
Yes.
Yep. Folks, you can get a hold of me, Randy Zimmerman, on Facebook. You can look for me under Randy Zim on Twitter. I will be back with, this is Thursday. I'll be back on Sunday with the Sunday Funnies with Daphne co-hosting, hopefully. With who knows who as a special guest, where we talk about the lighter and more whimsical side of comics, and that conversation goes all over the place, just like this one did. So I hope to see you then. Other than that, we want to tell you about the Indie Volt radio schedule on Monday evenings at 9 p.m. It came from Webtoons, where Eric Hodson and Michael Oden talk about the great comics that you can find digitally usually on Webtoons and other places. They've been pulling out some phenomenal creators lately and giving interviews and showing off their stuff of digital comics that you might not be aware of. Then on Tuesday, we have our regular live wire broadcast where all of us are there and talking again. That's at 9 p.m. on Tuesday. On Wednesday at 9 p.m., we have the Geekgasm program with Indie Princess Miriam Logren and Daphne also running as co-host.
Meredith.
Then what?
Meredith. You said
Meredith.
Yeah, Meredith. Yeah.
What did I say? Elizabeth? I'm sorry.
You said Miriam.
Miriam. Oh, cool. Meredith Logren. Sorry, Meredith. They're talking about geekdom and media related topics from a female perspective. And then we will all be back here again. Well, hopefully the Indie Princess as well next Thursday morning for the Breakfast Buzz at 9 a.m. here on the Indie Volt Radio Network. We deeply appreciate everyone listening today. You can catch us on indievolt.com. You can listen now online. There's an app available through Google Play and Streama app as well. And if you ask Alexa nicely, she will also tune in Indie Volt Radio from indievolt.com there as well. And you want to talk about the TV channel?
Sure. Indie Volt TV on Roku. Please forgive me. I gotta make a new graphic for that. The graphic has changed, but yeah, we got It's free. It's over the top streaming network, just like Netflix, but free content, free independent movies, some long form videos like this one that we can't take off of YouTube for reasons that, because YouTube gets, they get upset. They get touchy. We got some independent documentaries up there. Some new content coming very, very soon. There's a lot of new content up there right now. Movies from independent creators. It's a really cool station. Give it a try. Download it on Roku or Roku-enabled televisions today.
And that's the kind of thing, folks. You're going to want to get a Roku and get the TV station, because you never know when another drunk stream will pop up there where folks will be saying things that we probably shouldn't be saying.
Yeah.
And please send us your requests, comments, questions to IndieVoltLive at IndieVolt.com. Make sure you include IndieVolt Live in the subject line, and please keep those emails to 90 words or less so that Varian can type them on a card and we can all discuss them on future programs. No comment is too silly. No comment is too serious. So,
and Pop told me, don't forget Liberty Distribution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. We always forget that. Liberty Distribution has started up and is available at www.ledg.us.
Yep.
If you're a retailer out there, you're going to want to sign up. If you do an indie comic book, you're also going to want to look into this. They are growing on a daily basis. So sign up.
It's making me very tired.
Making very tired. Making him work late and send me text messages at 3:30 in the morning.
Well, I gotta sign up for that too. I gotta send you my books. Yeah.
It's like, walk me off the ledge, Randy. Take me outside. Talk me down.
Arrow Comics is already up there. We have some product available from our previous incarnation, from Arrow Comics 3.0, Arrow Anthology, and a few other titles that are available for retailers at a retailer discount. So feel free to pop over there and look. And when we start rolling again with regular product from Arrow Comics 4.0, all of that will be available for retailers as well. So
you can find me at Carian Grant on all social media, KYD_V on Twitter. My personal website is whenweriot.com. Publishing company is lastcallcomics.com. Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group, ledg.us, as well as IndieVolt, of course. And then, guys, we got some big news coming. I played a little sneak peek clip. I'm going to do it one more time. This little sneak peek clip. That's all you can see for now. That's all you can see for now. That's all you guys get to see for now. It's coming. It's coming.
A lot of things coming up this next year. So.
Yeah. This might actually have to come up a little bit quicker than I had planned on pushing it out further, but this thing,
this might actually do us in.
Yeah. Too hot to handle.
Before we go, we want to remind everybody of the immortal words from Stan Lee, who was asked if digital comics would replace comic books. He said, "Comics are like boobs. They look great on a computer, but I'd rather hold one in my hand."
10 Lola grabs hers. There we go. That's perfect.
Want to thank everybody for listening all over the world today. In IndieVolt Radio, what's our closing number?
Closing number is 69021.
Seems fitting for today's topics.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening in.
Thank you, guys. I'll take us out of here, Randy. You guys have a great Thursday afternoon.
Ciao.
Here we go.
Take care, everyone.
Come on to the Geekatron. It's the place where all geeks will feel at home. Yeah, RPGs, card games, and nerd culture. Comic books, geek lights, and dope posters. And if you're up late at night, then watch out, you might get the bite of a zombie, right? Roll dice for the best D&T merchandise. It's the place to find something you searched all your life. Say, get into the Geekatron. 534 Brookline.